Welcome to Copenhagen, capital of not only Denmark, but also of the world's happiest nation. And what's not to be happy about here? Copenhagen is a fairy tale-like city. The royal family lives here. It's a city of bikes and of expansive green areas. So let's go out and find some of that happiness for ourselves as the Avid Cruiser takes on Copenhagen. You can see that you're well taken care of when you arrive, and of course, this being Copenhagen, the tourist information desk is on a bicycle. I'm here at Kongens Nytorv, the King's New Square. I like to think of this as the heart and hub of the city. You can start walking in almost any direction and explore this exciting and vibrant Nordic city. So now we're just steps away from Kongens Nytorv. This is Nyhavn, and the name means new harbor. This is a great place to take a seat by the wooden wharf and enjoy the sunshine, or to come over and have a beer and some fine food. Copenhagen is a city of bicycles. In fact, Copenhagen boasts the world's busiest bike lane. You'll see a great variety of bikes in Copenhagen, and it's fun just to take a look at some of the different styles of bikes. One fun way to see Copenhagen is on a bicycle, and along the harborfront path here you can see some really great sights like the Gefjon fountain behind me and the Little Mermaid ahead of me. She's possibly the most adored woman in all of Denmark, well, with the exception of the Queen perhaps. She's from a Hans Christian Andersen fairy tale, and she's been a fixture here since 1913. One of the great things about Copenhagen for cruise passengers is that it's such an easily accessible destination. You can walk or ride. In fact, the Little Mermaid is just a few steps away from Langelinje, one of the docks where cruise ships tie up in Northern Europe's leading cruise destination. Whether you're riding or walking along the waterfront, one thing that you'll want to see is Amalienborg. This is home to the world's oldest monarchy, and you'll want to be here in time for the changing of the guard. Now, one tip that I can give you is when the flag is up, the Queen is at home. Across from Amalienborg is the Marble Church, which laid in ruins for 150 years before being completed in the 1890s. The beautiful church has Scandinavia's largest church dome. The Royal Guards march each day between Amalienborg and the palace where we are now, which is Rosenborg Palace. And here, in the cellar of the treasury, are Denmark's crown jewels. Now, the Royal Guards are charged with protecting these treasures. After all, they are symbols of a tiny but great nation. Until 1794, Christiansborg Palace was home to Denmark's royal family. Today it serves as a seat to the Danish government. This room that we're standing in now, the Knight's Hall, is home to these fabulous tapestries which were a gift to the Queen. They tell the story of Denmark's history from the Viking times through the Middle Ages until today and even into the future. Underneath Christiansborg Palace, you'll find the birthplace of Copenhagen. Here you can walk among the ruins of a castle dating from 1167, built to protect the villagers from pirates. If you want to dig a little deeper into Danish history, be sure to visit the National Museum for a fascinating glimpse into the Viking era and more. You'll want to get yourself a Copenhagen card, which is good for free travel as well as free entry into many attractions and museums. And one of my favorites is here, the Glyptoteket. And it's good to know that each Carlsberg beer I drink helps support this museum. The collection here was curated by the 19th century industrialist Carl Jacobsen, who used the proceeds from his Carlsberg beer empire to fund this museum. We're here in front of the Danish Resistance Museum, which depicts the story of how the Danes fought back during the German occupation in World War II. Inside, you'll see relics from the war and also learn more about the personal stories of Danes who fought the resistance. After cycling and sightseeing, you need to fill your belly. And what could be better than a traditional Danish smørrebrød?
It's an open face sandwich. It's only one bread and it's always under. And you have all the stuff on top of the bread. This is our specialty of the house. Spicy boiled herring, and this is roasted herring. And this is the aquavit.
So I understand you always drink schnapps with herring.
Yeah, with herring, always.
Denmark, of course, is famous for its architecture, and you can see a lot just by walking, like the new playhouse behind me, or across the harbor, the Opera House. This is Hans Christian Andersen, the father of fairy tales. And Andersen is looking at our next destination in Copenhagen, Tivoli. Here's a place where you can be a kid again. The Danes have been enjoying themselves here at Tivoli since 1843, when Tivoli was founded. Here you have it all: restaurants, flower gardens, architecture, entertainment, and best of all, some very exciting rides. Hold on. Well, now we're in City Hall Square and we're going to try something a little unusual, but it's traditional Danish food. Well, every Dane loves a good dog, a hot dog, and this hot dog will be like any other you've ever tried. From hot dogs to gourmet dining, Copenhagen has what it takes to please all palates, including many Michelin-starred restaurants. One great way to see Copenhagen, which after all is a city on water, is on a canal cruise. It's a relaxing way to see the city from a completely different perspective. Now we're seeing a completely different side of Copenhagen. This is actually the Free State of Christiania, and this is a throwback to the 60s and 70s. It's a free-spirited lifestyle where anything goes. And also nearby is Christianshavn and the Savior's Church. Now we're in one of the hippest parts of Copenhagen. This is the old meatpacking district. The butchers are still here, but now they're accompanied by restaurants. In fact, some of the restaurants get their meat from next door. And also there are galleries and great places to hang out. No trip to Copenhagen is complete without shopping, so head to a couple of other trendy areas, Vesterbro and Nørrebro. Or you could take a stroll down Strøget, Europe's longest pedestrian shopping street. If you're a music lover, you'll love Copenhagen. There are a lot of outdoor concerts and music festivals. There are all styles of music, something for everyone to enjoy. If you want to get out of the city center, enjoy a drive along the coast to the castles of North Zealand, where you'll see, among others, the famous Hamlet's Castle. Well, what better place to end a perfect day in Copenhagen than by the water? But it's time for us to leave Copenhagen, and we'll be returning soon. I hope you will too. You're sure to enjoy this fine city. As for me, it's time to take on the next destination. So I'll see you next time.